Are you questioning my decision?
Yes, doctor, because I think you're wrong.
I've been treating patients since longer than you've been alive.
No one could believe what they had just heard. A newly employed nurse had publicly challenged one of the most respected doctors in the hospital. Nurse Esther had been working at the hospital for only 3 weeks. Everyone knew her as hardworking and quiet. The last person anyone expected to start an argument, especially with Dr. Bayah. Dr. Bayah was a senior consultant with more than 20 years of experience. Patients trusted him, junior staff admired him, and most people never questioned his decisions. That afternoon, a patient named Mr. Okoro was rushed into the emergency unit, sweating heavily, breathing fast and complaining of severe chest pain. The doctor quickly examined him. Dr. Bayah looked up. "It's probably severe acid reflux," he said. "Let's give medication and observe him." The team began carrying out the orders, except Nurse Esther. Something bothered her. She looked at the patient again. The man's face was pale. His shirt was soaked with sweat, and he kept rubbing his chest. She remembered that not all heart attacks look dramatic. Sometimes they look ordinary. Sometimes they look exactly like this. Her heart began racing. Should she say something, or stay quiet? After all, she was new, and Dr. Bayah had decades of experience. A few minutes later, the patient suddenly grabbed her wrist. Nurse ... Something feels very wrong. Finally, she took a deep breath. "Doctor, I think we should run more tests." Dr. Bayah looked up. "Excuse me, I think this could be more than acid reflux." A few nurses immediately lowered their eyes. One even shook her head. Everybody knew she had challenged a consultant in front of staff and patients. Dr. Bayah's face tightened. "I've been treating patients longer than you've been alive." Every eye in the room staring at her, but she couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. "Doctor, I understand, but I think we should at least repeat the assessment." Then suddenly, Mr. Okoro collapsed. Staff rushed toward the bed. Emergency protocols were activated. The patient was quickly stabilized and sent for urgent investigations. Minutes later, the results returned. Mr. Okoro was having a major heart attack. Most staff members looked at Esther, the same nurse everyone thought had crossed the line, the same nurse who had dared to speak up. One nurse who whispered, "She was right." But then something unexpected happened. Dr. Bayah walked over to Esther. Everyone expected an argument, maybe even disciplinary action. Instead, he turned to the entire team and said, "What almost harmed this patient wasn't inexperience." He paused. It was pride. Then he looked at Esther. "Thank you for speaking up." Later that evening, Dr. Bayah reviewed the case himself. He discovered something else. The patient's symptoms had been documented earlier by another staff member, but nobody had raised concerns because they were afraid of questioning a senior doctor. The mistake wasn't one person's. It was a culture of silence.